Hey, good morning, YouTube. I got a big truck comparison I wanted to do today. On the left here, we have my Speedmaxx, my Reaper Max that I built off a version 1 K8S xmaxx platform way back in 2016. And I have not changed a darn thing on this truck other than a few pinion gears and spur gears here and there, and tires too, of course. But the electronics have stayed the same. Radio has stayed the same. ESC motor, it's all stayed the same. And then this is a build that I started at the end of 2022 and have just kind of moseyed along with an XLX2, which has been quite a journey, man. This XLX2's been a blast. Not gonna lie, it scared the crap out of me when I first got it, so everything I did gradually and slowly, but it's gone famously. No fires, no crazy temps. We started out with a hobbywing 800 kV motor with 38 gears, 40 on the pinion, and that got that truck up over 60, but just barely. And it was starting to push that 800 kV hobbywing pretty hard, so I went ahead and decided to upgrade to this Castle 1100 and started it geared pretty respectably low to begin with, at like 28, I believe 28, 38 is what I started at, and now we're at 34, 38 gears. And I have turned the motor timing up to 5. It was on 3 on the last run, and it pulled 359 amps on the last run. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and just bump it up a couple notches on the motor timings. We're at 5 now. Same old 11,000 milliamp hour Gens Ace Basher Pros, and then same old hatchets too. I just have to keep re-gluing them because it's a lot of centrifugal force with this big old heavy truck doing over 60 miles an hour. So once I finally blow these hatchets and they're not savable by glue, we will go ahead and go to these MX57s that I have on the old Reaper X Max. So this guy, this old fart, he's got a Max 5 ESC and an old school vented TP motor. It's a 1440 custom wind Coke can, old school TP motor, man. Honestly didn't know if these two would talk well with each other or not, ESC to motor, but man, they have been quite the pair. I've ran XT90s on this rig since day one without any issues. Everybody screams that you got to be 8mm on this guy or you're gonna have fires and stuff, but I've done XT90s on him since day one and not had a single issue. So that's what we're going to keep him at, for all you guys that are going to yell and scream about my connectors. Until I have a fire, we're just going to leave it like that. So we're going to do a little bit of a comparison. We're going to do some drag racing, some speed metering, and just see what old school versus new school can do today. Got our 790 Tornado with wind over here in the parking lot. Sweet, just washed my pickup. That was kind of neat. Anyways, we'll figure out what we're going to run first, and then I'll be right back. I would like to run this old fart first today. First we'll go ahead and fire up the old GNSS. There he goes, he's firing up. Get these XT90s connected on this big power RC car. These two are definitely my biggest power systems I have. So we're going big dog versus big dog today. Dumbo transmitter and receiver. It's at 2746 on the gearing. Got 7 satellites. We'll go ahead and do some speed testing first, see how fast we can get her. Whatever. Also got the widemaxx kit on this guy, and punch control is at 2 on the punch. Let's make sure we're reading here real quick. Stop, read. 6 miles an hour, that sounds about right. Start. Oh yeah, we're tracking. Okay. Earplugs in the center. And 500,000 in the front and rear. This thing, that TP motor sounds like a jet. Such a cool sounding RC truck. Almost got full trigger there. I love this truck, man. It's as old school as it gets as far as the RC stuff goes in the brushless world. There's full trigger. Didn't even have to hit the brake. It's one of them motors that you can barely turn by hand. What a cool rig, man. The old Arrma. Shout out to my best friend Sean Wallace, good buddy of mine. He's my tattoo artist. He's who did the paint job on this Arrma. Punisher Max, we've called it a few things. All this is building up to something, just so everybody knows. We've got a little page on Facebook that we have a bunch of us RC nuts on, and we'd like to get together and just have an all-out bass session with a bunch of people, see how many RC rigs we can get in one spot, and then do a little contest on drag racing, a little contest on jumping. We set up a few ramps and see who can launch their rig the furthest. Shit. We saved it. Nice. Got away from me a little bit there. It's easy to get carried away with this system. I don't think I have it over geared or anything. I don't think it's quite what that Max 5 can handle. I think the Max 5 is definitely the limiting factor in this setup. If I do nothing but speed run after speed run, the motor does obviously get a little warm, but the ESC will go into thermal, and I mean that's why I have it turned down to 2, because I get a little better run time out of it turned all the way down to 2 instead of having it turned up all the way to 5. It seems to be a lot happier at 2, and it's a lot of sauce, man. Plenty enough sauce for this 6-pole TP motor. To get plenty of RPM. Curious what we've gotten so far on speed. Let's take a look here. Stop red. 63. Honestly thought this guy was gonna be a little faster than my K8S with the castle system. So he's got the 27, 46 gears in him. And then the Big Daddy over there, he's got 34, 38. And obviously we went over the power systems, but let's see if we can get a full couple seconds at full trigger with this guy. Ready for takeoff. Driving straight, no gyro or anything in this truck. I love the Dumbo because it's got stupid range and it's very adjustable as far as the parameter goes. It's all analog, but I'm old school, so it don't matter to me. All right, no perfect pass. Ooh, here's a pretty bit. Make sure we're clear here. Nobody's getting ready to pull into this end of the parking lot. Full trigger. Front end trying to come off the ground. Woo! I was able to hold full trigger for at least 1/1000 the entire time the front end was trying to come up off the ground. And I've got this thing slung pretty low with the widemaxx kit and the bigger bladder shocks and everything. Stop. Read 66. Same exact speed as his top gear. And I did turn up that ESC a couple notches, so maybe we might get an extra mile per hour or two out of that setup. And he also has balanced wheels and tires on him. This guy does not. I didn't really find the need to with these Proline MX-57s, man. I mean, obviously you're gonna spend a lot more money getting a set of 4 of these as opposed to a set of 4 of those belted hatchets, but for the money, I don't know, been pretty impressed, I guess. Should we try it one more again, see what happens? Did I reset that stupid thing? I was sitting there talking, I don't know if I reset it or not. I think I reset it. Nope, I did not. Well, there you go. Start. Alrighty. So 66. I wonder if it'll get any better. Let's try one more again, shall we? One more again. Gonna try to run it a little bit more closer to me this time. There we go. Let her rip, Tater Chip. So much torque behind that TP motor, you don't really need to hit the brake much to decelerate. Stop. Read 68. I knew that son of a gun was faster than the old K8S. Yes, sir. Let's do a quick temperature check on this guy. Make sure everything feels good. Oh yeah, motor's loving it. How's the ESC doing? That's warm, but dialed down to 2 on the punch really helped. Lipos feel good. Yeah, everything's feeling good. Very respectable temps on this 63-degree day. 69. Yep, I like it more on 2 for sure, because then you can actually squeeze full trigger and not feel like something's about to explode. Did I reset that dang thing? Oh, I turned it off. You dirt. Alright, 68. We're going to go ahead and clear it again. Start. There we go. Tracking Reaper Max. Beautiful day, man. All kinds of games going on at the softball field. Alright, let's run it the other way. See what happens. Why not? Right? Right. That's easy fitter math. Pull trigger. There we go. That was a good full pull right there. I think that's gonna be a max power. Especially with the lipos having a chance to kind of warm up a little bit. Okay, here we go, baby. Stop. 68 again. Well, son of a bitch. Okay, well. 1, 2, 3, a go. Whoops. A little bit of a wheelie to start there, but fuck it. Alright, let's see. Alright, just hit read here, I guess. I don't run this thing much. So we got a 3.81 at 47 mile an hour. Okay. Let's see if we can do better than that. Just gonna go ahead and get turned around here real quick. Okay, I think that'll work. Alright, so start. Oh wait, drag. That's right. 32. Gotta do all that first. Now it's testing. Okay, let's try it again. We'll get better at that. I don't do much drag, so here we go. A 3, a 2, a 1. What the fuck? Okay, a 1. See if that was any better, minus the wheelie at the front there. I know I'm going more than 132 feet, but mind your business. Just want to make sure, you know, a little extra never hurts. Read. So that's 3.2 at 48 mile an hour. So same mile an hour, but way better on the time. 3.21. All right, let's try it one last time, and then we'll give it 3 tries on the Kraton as well. So go to drag. Go ahead and get him flipped around real quick with the footage. Footage. There we go. Perfect. Okay, 132 foot. Start. Okay, here we go. Testing, testing, testies. 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so apparently my GoPro turned itself off because it was too hot. It's kind of weird. It's never done that before. That was my remote. It is my GoPro on my head. Alright, read. 3.7 at 46, so that one was a little slower. So 3.2 at 48 was his best time. Kind of want to do it one more time just for shits and giggles. Drag. Let's go ahead and turn you around. There we go. Start. One last time. See if we can keep from doing a wheelie. It's hard to do, man. Too much powers. There we go. That was a good rip right there. By gum. It's a good rip. I don't really want to run a wheelie bar just because it's a speed max. I think that just looks a little too retarded. I know that having a speed max doesn't make much sense anyways, so I don't really want to put a wheelie bar, like a drag wheelie bar on it. Just a regular wheelie bar. 3.25 at 48, so 3.21 was still the best pull with this guy. So we'll just fart around a little bit more, some general bashing. Let me check on my GoPro, make sure it's not going to explode. Alright, a little juice left in this battery. The old GoPro. And truck. Doesn't feel too hot. At least now I know what that noise means. The old Reaper Max. Definitely helped make this truck a lot more stable. Adding the bigger bladder shocks and the widemaxx A-arm suspension kit. Comes with a little bit stiffer springs and all that good stuff. And it made a pretty good difference. I love to see how reactive the suspension is on this truck. And you can actually make a little bit of a turn without sending it flipping off into the sunrise. A lot more stable. Like I said, no TSM, no AVC, no gyro. Lean with it, rock with it. It's got a smaller Savox servo, steering servo in it. That is 7 years old. Same servo I've had since 2016 in it. It's like the old, was it the old 1256 or whatever the fuck it was? And then had to modify the adapter to get it to work. And I was able to get that Max 5 all the way down into the chassis. I made my own little carbon fiber plate for it. And was able to get it way low because I wanted the center of gravity to stay as low as possible on this rig. For racing purposes, because yeah, I wanted it low and wide for going real fast. Not your typical xmaxx. I don't really send this one off the ramp very much. Check and make sure he's not getting hot. But yeah, I wanted one built for sheer performance. Let's touch this motor mount first. It's a tall tale sign if the motor's getting hot. And it feels good. Feels good. Love these max amps. Same lipos I've ran for 7 years as well. Same pair of lipos. It's the only pair of lipos I've had that have survived for that long. I also have a set of 3S lipos that I run in my Revo, and they are as old too. Probably not nearly as many runs on them, but they are as old as these dual core 6500 milliamp 150C discharge lipos. And same old XT90s that I've had since day one on this rig. So that is old school Sally, the old Reaper Max, folks. So we'll go ahead and we'll run the K8S next. Yo, Big Daddy, with your smooth ass. $69. Forgot to grab my phone over here for the old satellite toy. Let's see what we got here. Registering. So track. Start. Tracking. Yes, sir. See what kind of speeds we can get out of this dude. With the XLX2 1100 kV Castle combo. Butter smooth. Shit ton of torque. And we got some RPMs out of it on the last run. We got some amps out of it. 359 amps was the peak draw. So we were doing something. Warm up the old lipos a little bit here. I do think though, if you're on the fence, kind of scared a little bit of the old XLX2, I highly encourage you to dive into the world of Castle. Even if you start with the Mama Monster K8S, start with that half a XLX2, and then work up to the XLX2, because they're pretty dang similar, just, you know, one puts out about twice the amperage. So let's see what more amps and everything else can do. I mean, this guy is heavier than that Arrma Max. Quite a bit heavier, actually. Let's see what he can do. Bigger lipos, bigger everything. This thing's probably a good 5 to 6 pounds heavier than that xmaxx. All right, let's boogie. There was full speed. Held full trigger for at least 2 seconds. These tires always sound like they're exploding off the bead, just fixing to tear. I don't think anything is, but I always have to check, man, because I think it's the tread more than anything, but it just sounds so violent compared to them MX-57s. These are a lot heavier, a lot more beef on the tread. They're a softer compound though, man. Those MX-57s, they're definitely worth the money you buy, or you pay to buy them. Let's see, stop, read. 70. Holy shit. That's 4 miles an hour faster than the last run. I got 66. All I did was turn the timing up from 3 to 5, and then I also gave it 100%. We were limiting it to like 98, I think, of max throttle, maximum power. So now it's on 100%. Uh-oh, chomo alert. That's crazy. I didn't think it was gonna get 4 miles an hour faster. I was thinking like maybe 1 or 2 tops. Crazy, crazy. I like it, I like it. Was not expecting that. Alright, let's see what happens on this one. Don't want to smoke anybody at Mock Jesus here. Park's pretty busy place today. That just doesn't feel like 70. Kind of crazy. Let's see what we got here. Creed. 68 on that one. And that was the top speed we got out of the Arrma Max, was 68. Almost want to try one more, just to confirm. Third time's a charm. Alrighty, buddy, let's see what you can do on El Numero Treso. That's Mexican for 3. There we go. A little bit of amps pulled out of the lipos. They've been warmed up a bit. I don't have any gyro on this one either. There's no gyro, no TSM. Alright, should be good. That pickup's turning. I doubt that they're coming in here. Just want to make sure, because it's this blind spot area right here that'll get you. Alright, there they go. Let's go. Pull trigger. 1,000, 2, 1,000. Coming in hot. Oh shit. Take it easy, buddy. Whoa. Oh, I think something definitely fell off the bead on that one. Okay, yep. Moss glue needed on that tire. God damn it. Stupid thing. Can't ever keep these tires on the bead. Need to just bite the bullet and put MX-57s on this thing too. Oh yeah, I got foam trying to come out and everything. Have to be careful not to do any more wheelies. Son of a gun. I thought I glued the shit out of these two. Well,
that's one before it ripped, so I didn't get it down into the bead. So we'll have to fix that. Damn it, that sucks. Cheap ass hatchets, dirt trash. Okay. Stop. Read. 71. I'll be damned. So 71 on the old 34-38 gears. Timing, motor timing at 5, and maximum power turned up to 100%. I'm guessing that's what's doing it. It's that last percentage or two that's just giving it that few thousand more RPM that it needs to get that top end, you know. But I was not expecting it to make that big of a difference. We'll be completely honest. I thought maybe I would jump it up to like 68 tops and they would be pretty even, you know, even Steven on top speed. But yeah, this guy, he got 71. And I blew a tire off the old bead there, but I'm to the point where, you know, if it goes, it goes with these dirt trash. So I think let's go ahead and we'll drag race him real quick, see what happens. Alright, let's see what it'll do drag racing. What's up, sucker? I mean, brother. Alright, 3, 2, 1, let her eat. Oof, yeah, I can't even get half trigger and that tire is gonna explode. Son of a gun, man. I was really hoping that thing was gonna hold together. I should have drag raced first and then did the top speed. Cause man, that tire, it's done. There's just so much of it off the bead. Guess we'll fucking re-glue it again. It's about, yeah, I'd say about halfway, half tire. God damn it. Annoyed. Oh well. I wish I would have brought my wrench out. I'd put those tires on this guy and see how, because I'm kind of curious to see how this would run with those tires on it, and I need to kind of try it before I buy them anyways. So if I had a 24, maybe did I bring it? I don't think I did. Yeah, 3.5 seconds at 38 mile an hour is what it said on that half a pull I did with this guy with the wobbler up front. Big old tear. Well, no, I don't think anything tore, but it's halfway off the bead, so we'll throw some more glue on it before we try to drag race it again. Dang it, man, I was really hoping that was gonna hold together so we can get some good comparisons. But only thing we did learn is that this thing was able to go 5 mile an hour faster on the same exact gearing, just releasing it 2% from 98 to the full 100, and then going from 3 to 5 on the motor timing with the XLX2. Had a lot of fun with this XLX2 so far, man. And if you're on the fence on whether or not to dive into Castle, I highly recommend you give it a shot, because this stuff's been a lot of fun. Just start slow and work your way into it gradually as far as your gearing and stuff goes, your connectors and your lipos. You want everything pretty solid when running this higher draw stuff. It draws a hell of a lot more amperage than these old school hobbywings do. But yeah, 68 mile an hour out of this guy today on the 2746 gears with the old TP motor, man. 1440 custom wide with the old Max 5 with XT90 connectors. So there you have it, folks. Nice little comparison video today. Sorry that I didn't get a very accurate drag timing for him, but very impressed with his top speed. That still kind of blows my mind that I gained 5 mile an hour just by changing a few parameters on the ESC. So from the grandstands, folks, happy bashing. Supernova RC, yeah, out.